Hi there, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Love and Action Daily Boost. I'm Dr. Flo, covering the weekend here in the network for all of our healing practitioners. My apologies for not being with you yesterday. It was a holiday in the United States called Thanksgiving, and we were celebrating our Day of Gratitude as one does. But thank you for your return. We're grateful. Let's start with our inspiration today. I'm going to cover yesterday's reading, yesterday's topics, and also today's to get us caught up a bit. We are celebrating 55 weeks of podcast and television shows here. We've been encouraging people in this iteration for 55 weeks. So we are just thrilled to be able to continue to share with all of you. The first card of the day is self-appreciation. Self-appreciation. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. Second card, doing our best. We are all doing our best with the understanding and awareness we have in this moment. Any decision I take is okay no matter the outcome. I make the best of any situation and learn as I go along. Next card, pick up the inspiration where you can find it, folks. All is okay. All is okay. All that I feel is okay. I hold myself in love through the unsureness, the worry, doubt, anger, fear, anxiety, rejection, or overwhelm. I am thankful to feel the full range of emotions that I do. These emotions are the very contrast that leads to my higher expansion. All is okay. All that I feel is okay. I hold myself in love through the unsureness, worry, doubt, anger, fear, anxiety, rejection, or overwhelm. I'm thankful to feel the full range of emotions that I do. These emotions are the very contrast that leads to my higher expansion. Last card's one of my favorite cards that I pull. It's the card of play. I'm completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. I love that. I love those cards. Very, very nice. All right, let's head forward through the 52 weeks of conscious contact with Melody Beattie. It's week 48 of the year. Vulnerable honesty is what we're talking about. And I'm going to read day 5 and 6. Then I'll be back tomorrow to read day 7. The author writes, the first time I practiced vulnerable honesty was many years ago. I was talking to a clergy person. I was going over a list of shortcomings and things I'd done wrong. When I finished, he just looked at me. What else? He asked. Nothing, I said. What else? He repeated. I felt like the world was going to rip apart. I want to stay sober, but I don't know how, and I don't think I can, I said. Vulnerable honesty opened up my world at that moment. The action for the week is that being vulnerable and honest takes a little more time and effort than being a talking head. What we're really talking about with vulnerable honesty is opening our heart. It's easy to say, I'm irritable. It's a lot tougher to say, my hands are trembling and I'm scared. Just peel off one more layer. There. That's it. See how beautiful that heart is? One way to put vulnerable honesty into practice is to stop thinking about what you should say and really listen and respond to the other person. Another way is to say how you really feel. If it's difficult to be vulnerably honest, try this approach. After you finish talking to someone, take a moment. Did you skip saying something important that might have made you feel vulnerable or the other person feel good? Or maybe the reverse applies. Are you not expressing your emotional truth because you don't want to hurt someone or be that vulnerable, or because you suspect your feelings are wrong? You don't have to frown or gush, but instead of keeping those delicate feelings to yourself, you can share them with others and let them know how much they mean to you. That one sweet, vulnerable thing you say might be the thing that lights up their day. Let's keep going with day 6. The author writes, thank higher power, being cold, harsh, brass, and flippant is finally on the way to becoming passé. Vulnerable honesty is coming back in style. Today's gratitude focus says we can be grateful whenever we catch ourselves being defensive, when we take the time to be vulnerable instead. We'll learn to combine vulnerability with taking care of ourselves. Guaranteed, there's a lot more strength in vulnerability than there is in force, and the two can be combined. I'm going to read this one more time. Guaranteed, there's a lot more strength in vulnerability than there is in force, and the two can be combined. Oh, that is the good news. That vulnerability and force can be combined. Let's talk a bit about communication from yesterday's throat chakra reflections, and then we will land in our third eye chakra, and I will bid you all adieu. As it relates to communication, how comfortable do you feel today with expressing your thoughts and feelings to other people? Are there any situations where you hold back from speaking your truth? And if you are holding back, then now would be a great time to ask yourself why. How do I react when others disagree with me? Do I listen actively or become defensive? I'm going to read another section of self-expression as well, because these are important questions to be asking right now, especially in the holiday season. In what ways do you creatively express yourself? Is it writing? Is it art? Is it music? Is it something else? Do you feel that your creative outlets are sufficient and fulfilling? How often do you share your creative works with other people? And what emotions do you experience when you share your creativity? Is it something where you're like, oh, I don't really want to share my art or my expression? Don't. Please be gentle with it. Or are you having joy and fun in sharing with other people? Important to think about. And then for our third eye questions, let's talk about awareness and mindfulness. How aware am I of my thoughts and beliefs and how they influence my actions? I'm very aware that thoughts become things. If you hang around me for long enough, you'll know that I'm all about positive mental attitude and not having stinking thinking and people with stinking thinking around me, okay? What practices do I have in place to cultivate mindfulness? Well, y'all know I'm a meditator. Y'all know that I eat cleanly, even on the crazy Thanksgiving gorge days. I've really been using Finch, which is a self-care application for free on smartphones, to help me take care of myself. And taking care of myself on the spiritual, emotional level and beyond is a way that I cultivate mindfulness and calmness in my life. How do I stay present in the moment, especially when faced with challenges? Well, the present's really all I have. I've recognized recently that the past is a siphon that can rob you of the present moment, and so is the future. So I try to not linger in the future for too long, because I don't have a crystal ball and I don't know what's going to happen there. And the past is already over and I can't do it over. So staying present in the moment is gold, because it's the most powerful place you could ever be in. I want to thank y'all today for experiencing my magic and my power, and thank you for donating all over the globe. Yesterday was a powerful day. We did shows, 2 shows yesterday. I'm doing 2 shows today. We are doing fundraisers to raise our loved and lovable revival out of the ashes um, into the air again. So if you're interested in participating and co-participating in our magic, Love and Action Network is available to you on lovedandlovable.bio.link. That's lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. When you go there, you're going to see our Running Man icon. We are a peer support organization to encourage, equip, and empower the radical talents, time, and treasures of bold dreamers. If you want real-time updates in Blue Sky, events, programs, courses, the store, the newsletter podcast that you're participating in right now, if you'd like to audition and apply, I'm going to pause here for a second to talk about the auditions and the applications, because it's important to note that we are now hiring for the Love Experience Band and also for our booking and casting team. The Love Experience Band is looking for vocalists for the dynamic show choir, guitarists, bassists, drummers, keyboardists, stage managers, traveling DJs, lighting effects people, and also horn players would be nice. All right. And then also the booking and casting team is looking for solo act managers, stage managers and roadies, booking managers, and also talent bookers. So all that's available on the main website through our link in bio. If you go to Andre and the Flow on any platform or go to Love and Action Net, it will get you there. But that's important to note. I also want to highlight that Poppy Water, Tara, and I are the power of three, which is keeping this thing afloat right now, in addition to amazing donors and supporters all over the world. Thank you for those Cash Apps, those PayPals, those Venmos. Amazing. Ice cream's so good. But go to the website and check out our project member directory, and you'll learn more about me and Tara and Poppy soon to come. You can also donate on the main page. Click into our new resources page that's there for you, including the Emotions Anonymous content. And then also, if you're part of our network and you need support, you can go to the support desk and also live chat us right now off the site. Until next time, on behalf of all of us here at Love and Action Network, stay in your power, stay in your joy, and stay loved and lovable. And we will see you very, very soon. This particular Daily Boost will take place tomorrow, and I'll be back to share about the crown chakra. I know, I understand. Today was all about I see, by the way. I didn't talk about a lot about it because it's in our resources and we teach it like every week here. There's tons of backlogged podcasts that you can go and listen to. But the mantra of the day is I see. So be very, very clear that you are seeing what you do see and choosing to focus on the good in your life, because it could change your entire